Hello Tamers, and welcome to the Xros Encounter Wars tournament. It's been a while since I've did something like this, so honestly I am feeling a bit nervous, but also very excited at the same time. Now let's determine the tournament matchups. Shuffled. In the first round, we have BloomLordmon already versus Jesmon X. Alright, so we're starting with a match between two very swarmy decks, one of them being one of the top favorites to win. And in round 2, Blue Flare versus Rika. Oh, that's kind of fitting, because I think personality-wise Rika and Kiriha are kind of similar, and they have similar character development in their respective series as well. Okay, third match, Venusmon versus Dark Knightmon X, which means the final round is gonna be Bagra Army versus Crossheart clashing in the very beginning. So here we are in our first match. Jesmon has the first move. Security setup. Digimon standby. Let's open the digital gates. Hatching, Gurimon. Evolves into Huckmon, and then Bow Huckmon for 2 cost. Turnover. Hatching, Argomon. It evolves into Pelmon, and then for 4 cost, the Tamer, Mimi, is played. Turnover. Bow Huckmon is kept in the raising area, and for 3 cost, Huckmon is played from the hand. On play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck to search for up to 2 Digimon with Huckmon, Jesmon, or Sistermon in their names. The limited 2-1 Savior Huckmon is added to the hand as well as Jesmon X. Turnover, but at the start of the turn, Mimi pumps the memory up to 3, draw, and Pelmon moves out. First for 2 cost, it evolves into Sunflowermon. On evolve, by suspending one of your green Digimon, you may play 1 Digimon card with the plant, vegetation, or fairy traits and 3000 DP or less from your hand at no cost. So by suspending Sunflowermon herself, another copy of Pelmon is played from the hand. And on play, reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck to search for 1 level 4 Digimon from among them. 1, 2, and 3, but there are no targets. So instead, the newly played Pelmon will be suspended, such that Sunflowermon can evolve into perfect level Argomon for Digisorption -3, 0 cost. Now that there is a level 5 green Digimon on her field, Mimi's effect can be activated. She is suspended to hatch a Bibimon, which evolves into Pulsemon. Then for 2 cost, the Pelmon on the field is evolved into Namakemon. Turnover. Bow Huckmon is kept in the raising area, and first, Huckmon will attack on 2k DP. Check. It is another copy of Mimi, which is now played for free. Then for 3 cost, the Bow Huckmon in the raising area is evolved into the new ST12 Savior Huckmon. Turnover. Mimi pumps the memory up to 3. Active. During the active phase, since Perfect Argomon unsuspended, memory +1, draw, and Pulsemon moves out. First, Namakemon will activate its effect. On main, you may suspend this Digimon to reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 green Digimon from among them to your hand. So suspend, and 1, 2, and 3. This is honestly a pretty hard choice, but BloomLordmon is added to the hand. Then with Sunflowermon's inheritable, during your turn, once per turn when one of your Digimon is suspended by an effect, 1 draw. Next for 2 cost, Pulsemon will evolve into Sunflowermon. And again, with its on evolve, it suspends itself, so this time, play the new BT-10 Pelmon, which on play allows you to reveal the top 4 cards of your deck and search for 1 plant or vegetation trait card and 1 fairy trait card. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. First, BloomLordmon is fairy, so it is added to the hand, and since Pelmon is vegetation, it is added to the hand as well. Now, by suspending the newly played Pelmon, Namakemon will evolve into the new BT-10 Cherrymon for only 1 cost at Digisorption -2. Then with Mimi's effect, she is suspended to hatch Argomon, which evolves into Pelmon, and then the second Mimi can be suspended to immediately deploy this Pelmon into the battle area, which is now suspended to evolve Sunflowermon into another copy of Cherrymon, once again for only 1 cost at Digisorption -2. And with that, BloomLord will play his ultimate card. For 0 cost, Hidden Potential discovered. I don't think I really need to explain the effect here, but just as a reminder, on main, the next time one of your green Digimon evolves this turn, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of evolution by 5. So suspending Argomon himself. Rising from its flowery throne, the Hermit of the Jungle will fight to protect its home. Evolve into BloomLordmon for 0 cost. Now this triggers the inheritable of the Sunflowermon under Cherrymon for another draw. And now, Bloomlords on Evolve. You may suspend one of your Digimon, then for each of your suspended Digimon that contains plants, vegetation, or fairy in their traits, gain 1 memory. And when you gain 2 or more memory with this effect, unsuspend this Digimon, and this Digimon gains piercing for the turn. So it's time to count. Fairy, vegetation, 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 vegetation. That's a total of 5 suspended targets. So memory plus 5. And BloomLordmon unsuspends and gains piercing for the turn. It attacks, aiming for Huckmon. And then with the limited Argomon's inheritable, on attack you may play 1 level 3 green Digimon from your hand suspended at no cost. So here comes another copy of the new Palmon. And once again with its on play, 1, 2, 3, and 4, a Palmon is added to the hand. And now, as Bloomlord attacks Huckmon, its second effect comes into play during your turn. For every 2 of your suspended Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 2k DP and security attack plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 pairs. So, DP plus 6k to 18k and security attack plus 3 for 4 checks. What in the madness is going on? Well, of course, Huckmon can't do anything about it, and now Jesmon will be subjected to 4 checks. Here we go. First check. Sistermon Noir, trashed, check. Sistermon Blanc, trashed, check. Noir again, a lot of sisters in the trash, checked. And here we go. 4th check, Yagami Taichi, which is now played for free. But the onslaught is far from over. For 4 cost, Cherrymon will evolve into another copy of BloomLordmon. And once again with its on-evolve, this time, there are a total of 6 targets. Memory plus 6 up to 7, unsuspend, gain piercing, and attack. Again with 18k DP on 3 checks. Final security check for Jesmon. And it is Sistermon Blanc. Simply trashed. So this is the blossoming power of the Hermit of the Jungle. With just 1 more Bloomlord, he can end the game this turn. But for better or for worse, it seems he's reached his limit for now. For 1 cost, Palmon evolves into Red Vegemon. For another 1 cost, this Palmon evolves into Red Vegemon as well. For 3 cost, a Pulsemon is played directly onto the field. I've kind of run out of space, so I'm just gonna put it here. And for 2 cost, the last Palmon evolves into Sunflowermon. And again, with its on-evolve, Pulsemon is suspended to play Palmon from the hand for free. And with her on-play, the top 3 cards of the deck are revealed. The third Bloomlord was there! Dude, if it got added to the hand now, it would still be able to attack, cause there's still security plus what? 6 on the board? Anyway, the only level 4 is Namakemon, which is added to the hand. And then for 3 cost, Soundflowermon will evolve into Ayataramon. Turn over. And Jesmon just barely survived. Now Savior Huckmon will finally move out. But now, the time has come for the youngest member of the Royal Knights to launch a counterattack for 3 cost. Infusing itself with the power of the XNT body, the Warrior of Salvation will ascend to new heights. Savior Huckmon evolves into Jesmon X. 1 draw. On evolve, you may play 1 Digimon with Sistermon in its name from your hand or trash at no cost. With this effect, Jesmon X chooses to play Sistermon Ciel from his hand. Then, if Jesmon is in this Digimon's evolution cards or you have a Digimon with Sistermon in its name in play, all of your Digimon get plus 2k DP and may attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon until the end of your opponent's turn. So both Jes X and Ciel get a plus 2k DP boost. And then, with Ciel's effect. On play, if it is your turn, you may evolve 1 of your Digimon into a Digimon with Royal Knights in its traits from your hand by paying the evolution cost. So with that, paying 5 cost, Jesmon X will inherit the power and spirit of its mentor, transcending to a completely new level. Here we go. Taking the G from Gankumon, Jesmon X evolves into Jesmon GX. 1 draw. On evolve, you may place 1 Digimon with Royal Knights in its traits and a play cost of 13 or less from your hand or trash under this Digimon as its bottom evolution card. Activate 1 of the placed Digimon's on-evolve effects, then Blitz. So first, the soul of his mentor, Gankumon X, will be rightfully placed as his bottom evolution source. And now, Ganku X's On Evolve can activate. You may play one Digimon with Sistermon in its name from your hand or trash at no cost. The target chosen is Sistermon block. Then, if Gankumon is in this Digimon's evolution cards or you have a Digimon with Sistermon in its name in play, until the end of your opponent's turn, all of your Digimon get plus 2k DP and your opponent's effects can't return them to hand or deck or reduce your DP. At this moment, I should clarify that since both Jesmon and Gankumon X's effects specify all your Digimon, according to the official rulings, these effects don't just affect the Digimon that you have on your field at the time, they affect your entire field and any Digimon that happens to be on your field for the duration of these effects. So even if more Sistermons are played after this, all of them will get both the plus 2ks for a total of plus 4k until the end of BloomLordmon's next turn. With Sistermon Blancs on play, one draw, and then of course Jesmon GX attacks with its blitz, aiming for one of the BloomLordmons. Now first we should resolve Sistermon CL. During your turn once per turn, when your Digimon evolves into a Digimon with Huckmon in its name or Royal Knight in its traits, gain 1 memory. We have some inheritables to resolve. First with Gurimon on attack once per turn. If this Digimon has 6k DP or more, 1 draw. And then with Savior Huckmon's inheritable on attack once per turn. If this Digimon has Royal Knight in its traits, you may play a Sistermon from your hand or trash at no cost. So this time, Sistermon Noir joins the battle. And hey, we've got one of each. And with her on play, the top 3 cards of the deck are revealed. Savior Huckmon is added to the hand, the remaining are trashed. But then BloomLordmon's Cherrymon can activate as well. During the opponent's turn once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may switch the target of the attack to one of your suspended Digimon. So Cherrymon redirects Jesmon GX's attack to the suspended Pulsemon. Now first, with the boost from Jesmon X and Ganku X's On Evolve effects, Jesmon GX plus 4k DP to 19k. Then with Bao Huckmon's inheritable, that further increases by 1k to 20k. And during all turns, while this Digimon has a card with Royal Knights in its traits in its evolution source, it gains Piercing, Blocker, and Security Attack plus 1 for each. Since it currently has Jes X and Ganku X in its evolution source, that's a total of Security Attack plus 2. And with Taichi, a further Security Attack plus 1 for a total of Security Attack plus 3 for Jex. Here we go. Pulsemon is completely obliterated by Jesmon GX's Twin Blades. And then here we go. Quadruple Security check for BloomLordmon. First check. Pulsemon. Oh, but wait! This is a Pulsemon with a security effect. At the end of the battle, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then add this card to your hand. The Sistermon Blanc that gives Blocker is suspended, Pulsemon is added to the hand. Oh dear. Here we go. Second check. Ayataramon 7k trashed. Third check. Another Ayataramon trashed. And final check for BloomLordmon. And it is Sunflowermon on 3k, simply trashed. But with that, turnover. With Sistermon Noir's effects, all of Jess's Digimon with Huckmon in their name or Royal Knights in their traits gain reboots. So Jesmon GX reboots at this moment so that it can block. But at the same time, BloomLordmon's entire jungle army unsuspends as well. And to add to the horror, since there are now 2 Argomon Digitamas on the field, that's an additional Security Attack plus 2 during the active phase. Draw, Hatching, and Argomon. It evolves into Pulsemon. And now it's time. First, Hellmon goes for the final blow, Noir blocks, and wins. Red Vegemon attacks as well, this time CL blocks, and to pay respect to Jesmon GX, the lower BloomLordmon attacks. Jesmon GX blocks, and with its 15k DP, it cuts down the Hermit of the Jungle. And with that, the upper BloomLordmon attacks. Jesmon GX has no security remaining and no active blockers on the field. It's a direct attack, and the match is over. The winner is, quite unexpectedly, BloomLordmon. So he will be proceeding to the semi-final.